All right. Shh. Okay, all eyes up front. Okay, go for it.
So today I'm either going to show you how to make elephant toothpaste or how not. Kind of depends on how this goes because you have to buy a special kind of hydrogen peroxide. And my roommate decided to clean the room today while I was in class, so I have no 2 liter, which is what you're supposed to have. I have no 6% hydrogen peroxide. So I got back from the store like right as this class started with 3%. So we're gonna double it and hope it does the same thing. But anyways, little joke. If you like human, you're not gonna like this joke because it's not funny. But what's the same size of an elephant but weighs nothing at all? A rock. I think a rock weighs something.
How about water?
It's his shadow.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Why does that matter? Well, an elephant's tooth is about 10 pounds, and I don't know about you, but I've never seen an elephant brush their teeth. So we're gonna make some toothpaste. So maybe the enclosure at the zoo doesn't smell as bad next time we go. But anyway, all you need for this is you're supposed to have a 2 liter, but 2 water bottles is gonna have to work. Some hydrogen peroxide, preferably 6%, not 3. Food coloring, so your toothpaste actually looks cool, so it's not just plain white. And some dish soap, so it smells good. So what you're gonna want to do first is you're gonna want to take a little bit of this peroxide and put it into your 2 liter. And then since this is 3%, we're gonna put a little more than you're supposed to. That's not enough. But yeah, you're supposed to have 6%, and the reason for that is just because it's a little bit stronger. So when the reaction actually happens between the yeast and the peroxide, and we'll get into what that is later, it happens a lot more rapidly. So it'll go a little bit faster, which is why I don't know if you've ever seen videos of people making this stuff, but it actually like shoots out the top, and it's like a big like foam. Oh shoot! So yeah, and then food coloring, and then this. It doesn't really matter how much you put in. You just pick whatever color. We'll do green this time. So we've got some green. And then we're gonna take our soap and put our soap in here. And really what this does is it makes it light. After the reaction happens, the soap will make it a little bit lighter, kind of like soap bubbles. I can't make any because it's not wet, but you get the gist. So all it does is it makes it light and it makes it smell a little bit better than just yeast and peroxide. So and then after you got that, you go ahead and put the lid on that, shake it up a little bit. So now it's kind of warm. You can see the green or whatever. And then there's soap and peroxide in that as well. And then what we're gonna do is, this is yeast, and yeast is actually alive. So we're gonna put it in some warm water, and what this does is it's supposed to activate it, and it'll make the yeast move around a little bit, and it's actually what causes the reaction. Or the hopeful reaction.
You said it's supposed to foam up?
It's supposed to foam up and shoot out the top.
Leave my bag.
We can get this yeast back up.
Excuse me, you looking for the peroxide thing?
So you're only supposed to use 1 packet of the yeast, and it's about a tablespoon. So if we can get most of this in here, we should be okay. And yeast is used a lot in baking and things like that too. Or like there's some cookie doughs that you use yeast in. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what it actually does for those. But I know for this, what it does is hydrogen peroxide contains a lot of oxygen molecules. And what the yeast does is it takes the oxygen molecules out of it. And when it does, it's an exothermic reaction. And what that means is there's an exothermic and a, can't remember the second one, but I know exothermic. What an exothermic reaction does is it'll release heat. So if you have like a large quantity of this elephant toothpaste, it'll actually release some steam, and it's actually kind of warm. But on this small of a scale, you won't actually see any steam. Okay, so if this actually works, when we put this in here, it's still kind of warm. When we put this in here, it should start to bubble a little bit, and then it'll create a foam. And what that foam should do is come out the top, and then what you're actually left with is just soap, water, and food coloring. So you can just swipe it up like with a paper towel or something, and we're gonna hope this bag catches most of it. If it does shoot. And this worked really well with 6%, but I did not realize how much 6% oxygen or hydrogen peroxide costs, because this was like $1.82 and 6% was like $5 for a bottle half that size. And it's used in cooking, or it can be used in cooking. So we're gonna hope this is gonna catch a elephant toothpaste. And the reason they call it elephant toothpaste is just because it kind of looks like toothpaste. It's real foamy, and like as a kid, I had the toothpaste that had like the red stripes and like blue stripes, and it was white. And if you do this right, it kind of has a marble effect, kind of like that. So we're gonna hope 3% hydrogen peroxide works as well. It's foaming a little bit, but it's not doing, well, maybe it wants to.
Up. Give me a little more juice.
There's the foam.
Hey.
So if you have a little bit better peroxide, there it's starting to actually foam up. But what it actually would have done is this foam would have gotten really thick and kind of shot out. That was kind of anticlimactic. It's doing what it was supposed to, maybe, yeah. So it's kind of like, it's just a really thick foam, and it actually, you can kind of feel, it's actually pretty warm. But yeah, what this does is the yeast took all of the oxygen out of this, so now, yeah, this is literally just water, yeast, soap, and food coloring that you're left with. And I think all in all, this was only like $5 or $6 to make with 3%. So it's a pretty cheap thing, and science has always been kind of cool to me, so it's kind of one thing that I've always been interested in. And this is easy, I can clean it up, and I'm not gonna get hurt if I do it wrong. But yeah, maybe next time the enclosure won't smell so bad, but brush your teeth a little bit. Thank you guys for listening.